Welcome back to Sinister Tales. Tonight, we're diving deep into the dark heart of the wilderness with three terrifying, true camping horror stories. These aren't campfire legends, these are real encounters that will make you think twice before unzipping that tent. Grab your flashlight, and let's begin. We were supposed to be celebrating our anniversary, a simple, quiet weekend camping in the Northern Pines. Just me and Sarah. No phones, no work emails. Nothing but us, the fire, and the stars. The first day was perfect. We hiked in about 4 miles from the main road, deep enough that we didn't see another soul. We set up our little 2-person tent in a clearing surrounded by tall pines, their branches crowding overhead like dark cathedral ceilings. We cooked dinner over the fire, talked, laughed, watched the flames die down to glowing embers before crawling into our sleeping bags. But around 2 a.m., I woke up. The fire was out. The air was freezing. But that wasn't what woke me. It was Sarah's breathing. Fast, shallow. I whispered, "What's wrong?" She shushed me, put a finger to my lips. Then I heard it too. Footsteps, just outside the tent. Careful, deliberate, crunching over the pine needles, pausing, moving again. I felt my heart hammering in my chest. We hadn't seen anyone all day. Who the hell would be out here in the middle of the night? Sarah squeezed my arm so tight her nails dug in. The steps circled the tent slowly. I could hear whoever it was exhaling, steady and calm, like they weren't lost, like they knew exactly where we were. I tried to stay silent, but every breath felt like it might give us away. Then the footsteps stopped, right next to my side of the tent. We lay there, paralyzed. After what felt like forever, we heard them retreat, slow at first, then faster, finally fading into the trees. We didn't sleep the rest of the night. We just lay there, straining to hear anything else. At first light, we packed up. Neither of us spoke much. I kept scanning the tree line. I told myself maybe it was a lost hiker, a hunter, but deep down, I knew that didn't make sense. We took the long trail back toward the car. We'd gone maybe a mile when Sarah stopped. She looked sick. She pointed at something just off the path. It was a pile of rocks, freshly stacked, balanced carefully. On top was one of our tent stakes. We hadn't even noticed it was missing. We picked up the pace after that, practically jogging with our packs. No more talking, just get to the car, get out. But it didn't end there. We reached the parking lot in the early afternoon. Ours was the only vehicle there, except for an old rusted-out pickup. Its windows were so dirty you couldn't see inside. I noticed the driver's side door was ajar. When we got back to the city, we called the rangers and reported what happened. They were polite, but skeptical. They said sometimes local squatters messed with campers, or that we imagined it. But I know what I heard. And I know someone walked around our tent, stole our stake, and left it in that pile of rocks like a message. We haven't been camping since, because whoever was out there that night wasn't lost. They weren't a curious hiker. They were hunting. We were all in our mid-20s, old college friends, trying to relive the glory days for a weekend. It was me, Ben, Jess, and Corey. Corey's family owned this small hunting cabin deep in the woods. No cell service, no neighbors, just a dirt road that took 40 minutes to navigate from the main highway. We thought that was perfect. No distractions, just drinking, hiking, telling old stories by the fire. The first day was normal enough. We got there in the afternoon, cracked open beers, and dumped our bags in the single big bedroom. There was an outhouse out back, no running water, and a rusty old wood stove for heat. Jess joked it was like summer camp for grown-ups. We spent the evening on the porch steps, watching the fire pit burn down to coals, listening to the forest. It was quiet, almost too quiet. I remember thinking that. No wind, no insects, just stillness that felt unnatural. I woke up that night to footsteps on the porch. At first, I thought it was Corey coming back from the outhouse, but the door didn't open. The steps just stopped. I held my breath, listening. Then the boards creaked again, slow and heavy, like someone shifting their weight. I whispered, "Corey?" But there was no answer. Ben rolled over and asked what was wrong. I told him to shut up and listen. But by then the sounds had stopped. We stayed up whispering for a while before falling back asleep. Next morning I tried to laugh it off. Maybe it was an animal, maybe I dreamed it. We went for a hike, came back tired and starving, and cooked on the fire. When it got dark, we all felt on edge. Corey asked if we wanted to go home early. Jess said no, she wanted to prove we weren't city wimps. We all drank too much that night. At maybe 1 a.m., Ben got up to pee. He took the flashlight and went out back. We heard him walk around the cabin, then nothing. After 10 minutes, he hadn't come back. I started getting worried. Corey grabbed another flashlight and we went looking. We found Ben standing at the tree line, shining his light back and forth like he was searching for something. When we called his name, he jumped and nearly dropped the flashlight. He said he'd seen someone watching him from between the trees. He was shaking so bad he couldn't hold the light steady. We got him inside and locked the door. That was it for the night. Nobody slept. We sat in the dark with the stove going out, holding kitchen knives. We didn't speak much. At first light, we packed everything in record time, but when Corey opened the door, there on the porch were 4 neat piles of stones, one in front of each step, arranged carefully, deliberately. No one wanted to touch them, but we had to move them to get out. We practically ran to the car, looking over our shoulders the whole time. The drive down the dirt road felt endless. Every time we rounded a bend, I expected to see someone standing there, blocking the way. When we hit the highway, nobody spoke until we were 10 miles down. We told the cops when we got back to town. They said there had been reports of transients camping in that forest, scaring hunters. They took our statement but didn't seem too concerned. But here's what makes my skin crawl even now. Corey went back 2 weeks later to check on the cabin with his dad. They found the door busted in. Nothing stolen, but there were muddy boot prints all over the floor. And written in charcoal on the bedroom wall was one word: listen. We've never been back, and we don't talk about it much anymore, because we all know, whoever they were, they knew exactly where we were, and they wanted us to know it too. I've always liked solo camping. Most people think it's reckless, but there's something clean about it. Just you, your gear, and the quiet. That was the whole point of this trip. I'd had a brutal few months at work, and I needed to get away from people. I picked a remote lake I'd found on an old topo map. No designated campsites, no facilities, just a dirt trail that snaked through dense forest and ended at the water. Perfect. I hiked in early afternoon. The trail was overgrown and narrow, clearly not well used. By the time I reached the lake, my boots were soaked with dew. The lake was beautiful, though, still as glass, ringed with dark pines, the kind of place that made you whisper without knowing why. I picked a spot with a decent view of the water and set up my tent. Gathered some firewood, ate a simple meal, watched the sun slip behind the trees and paint the water orange. That first night was quiet, almost too quiet. No wind, no insects, no frogs, just the crackle of my small fire and my own breathing. I tried to read, but I kept looking up at the trees, expecting something. Eventually, I put the fire out and went to bed. I woke up sometime in the middle of the night. It was pitch black, the kind of darkness where you can't see your hand in front of your face. What woke me was a noise, a splash. At first, I thought it was a fish jumping, but then I heard footsteps, slow, steady, sloshing in the shallows. My blood went cold. I held my breath, straining to hear. The steps stopped. Then I heard water dripping, like someone standing there, knee-deep. I thought about unzipping the tent to look, but I couldn't make myself do it. Eventually, I didn't hear anything more. I lay there shaking for hours before I fell back asleep. When I woke up at dawn, I told myself it had been an animal, a deer maybe. I tried to laugh it off while I boiled water for coffee, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I walked to the edge of the lake to check. The mud was churned up, footprints clear as day, human footprints, bare feet. I tried to tell myself they were mine from the day before, but they were too big. And they led out of the water toward the trees. I decided to pack up. I told myself it was just some other camper playing a prank, but my gut knew better. As I took down the tent, I felt eyes on me. I'd scan the trees, heart pounding, but see nothing. I forced myself to calm down, told myself I was being paranoid. But when I turned to grab my pack, there was something lying on top of it. A small, smooth stone, perfectly round, wet. I hadn't seen it there a moment before. I didn't even think. I just grabbed my gear and started walking, leaving half my firewood and some trash behind. The trail back felt longer than before. Every bend made me flinch. I kept imagining someone stepping out in front of me. I didn't see anyone. But when I got back to my car, there was another stone, just like the one on my pack, sitting on the hood, wet. I didn't bother brushing it off. I unlocked the car and drove. I don't think I took a full breath until I hit pavement. I didn't tell anyone for days. When I finally did, they laughed and said I was imagining things. But I know what I heard that night, and those footprints were real. Whoever it was didn't want my wallet or my gear. They wanted me to know they were there, watching, and I think if I hadn't left when I did, they were going to do a lot more than watch. If you made it this far, thanks for listening to 3 terrifying true camping horror stories. Remember, next time you're out in the woods, it's not always the monsters you should fear. Sometimes it's the people watching you from the dark. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another sinister tale. Stay safe out there and sleep with one eye open.